السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا، حياكم الله. كيف الحال؟ إيش أخباركم؟ طمنوني عنكم، إن شاء الله أنكم بخير. اليوم حنكمل قصة عفوا، في البث هذا حنكمل قصة اليو سي وحربهم ضد التيرامورف. في آخر بث رقم 21 كنا دخلنا الخزنة اللي فيها المعلومات الخاصة بالحرب والمعارك. بعد ما خرجنا جينا هنا على أساس نقابل شخص موجود تحت في زنزانة، كان واحد من أكبر مجرمين الحرب والمفروض أنه تم إعدامه، لكن تفاجأنا بأنه لم يتم إعدامه، وهذه كانت واحدة من أكبر صدمات. راح نكمل الآن نشوف كيف نحل مشكلة التيرامورف، الوحوش الخطيرة هذه اللي دمرت مدينة كاملة.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy. Surprised me too when I learned it, but the prisoner has proven useful over the years and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this, all right? Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? The Den? It's a star station. Orbiting Wolf, the second star
طيب
station.
بكل بساطة راح نروح ندور على الدكتور، مطلوب أمنيا، فيا إما نقضي عليه إما نسلمه. الحاجة الثانية مقابل نحن نتخلص من الدكتور هذا، السجين راح يعطينا معلومات عن الطاقم القديم حقه.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
واو، والله صدمة.
A lot on your mind? It was nice talking to you again.
Excuse me.
طيب خلينا نشوف ايش عندنا. فنروح دحين. طيب speak to Captain ماركيز. وين الكابتن؟ في الدن. يلا نروح نقابله. بسم الله. Oops.
Dan acknowledging incoming hail. Docking bay 1 is free.
اوكي بدنا نهبط عليهم، ممكن الامور طيبة. بورت شيب. استاذ ماركيز.
Well, this station's seen better days. I wonder if the UC will ever fully restore it to its
أهلا وسهلا.
kind of busy at the moment. Etheria, not an area that gets a lot of visitors. You mind me asking what you're looking for? Really? Living around Etheria? Are you talking about the warlock? There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to
سفينة
hails,
وارلوك.
no
من
knocks.
وارلوك؟
More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it, and at least 2 never came back.
أحا.
Etherea's debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them,
في سفينة فضاء إثيريا.
I can give you the coordinates of the warlock's last
أعتقد
stay.
إنه كوكب، فبروح أشيك عليها.
Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Good hunting, and stay safe.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space.
يلا نروح ندور على الوارلوك.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
لا أثيريا. أثيريا. وصلنا أثيريا. فجر الدرع، فجر الإنجن، يلا بسم الله. شيء غريب. يا ورع. السلام عليكم. رسبن عليه. ما يبغى يموت في قفص يقول لك. قفص مين يا قلبي؟ جيتك يا حلو. افتح الباب يا ورع. اوه والله معه فلوس يا ولد. اظن انتحر يا شيخ. لا تقوله. اي والله قضى على نفسه.
Don't leave any of that behind.
طبعا عنده شيء مكتوب هنا. هدفه كله يخرب بيته. بقى كم واحدة. يا ساتر والله الوضع هنا مرة لا. يلا انظر الجبل المشرقة، خذنا من عنده شوية فلوس. كان في بقايا الدين هنا، وين راحت؟ شو اللخبطة دي؟ دقيقة يا ولد، كان في حاجة اسمها هنا اولد دين، وين راحت؟ ده الكوكب فين اختفى؟ ايوه وي، والله ضياع، الشي تبخر. يلا عافية برو، عافية مون. نرجع عند صاحبنا.
By the way, Captain, you'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep. Okay. Hi.
نرجع الماست ديستريكت. فين كان يا ربي؟ كان فوق ولا تحت؟ اعتقد في طريق من هنا. ننزل له من هنا.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
طب لا تدف لا تدف، مدفشة.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays? I'm not surprised. The man fled every consequence he ever faced. Of course, you don't expect me to just take you at your word, do you? Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
هو الشيء في ترانسفير سيستم؟ يا الله.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. A military Model A, yes.
احا
Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the colony war.
بروح نجيبه، مو بني ادم، روبوت.
If you can recover him. Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
يلا نروح نجيب الروبوت. بس قبل ما نروح نجيب الروبوت لازم نروح نسلم على هيدريان المستنسخة.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
So, what's new? Sounds good. Lead on.
إلى سيدونيا سيدونيا.
I can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited.
هذا inhospitable يا ساتر.
Hey,
أهلا وسهلا.
what can I do for you?
صلح
Nothing
سفينتي
for
ورع.
us to do. If you're in good flying condition.
أوكي ما حصلح سفينتي.
Okay, no problem.
اشتق عنده هنداس. ايش عنده؟ والله عنده رياكتور أحسن من الرياكتور اللي عندي. واو. amazing. يلا زودنا حاجة في السفينة.
Was told they're expecting you. Head on in.
جاء المقر. The Red Devils.
I was surprised to get this assignment. Never expected the UC to bring us here willingly.
شغلنا شباب كلهم ما شاء الله.
Captain, welcome back. Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. UC's certainly got its fair share of skeletons. Present company included, I suppose.
Given everything we've seen, I don't blame you at all. I'm sorry that this isn't the celebration that you deserve.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs.
Ooh.
At this point, the data's given us
في
more
وحش
options
يتغذى
to
على
explore
التيرامورف.
than we have people to work on them. That'd be something, wouldn't? I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser? That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them? That's not funny. Seriously, how'd you find them? No. That's insane. He died. They executed him.
قلت له الحقيقة.
They faked
إنه هو حي.
his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive? I'm sure they did. They invested so much in him over the years. Even grew him an entire family he didn't want.
He's alive. Ve Victus is...
سارة مورغان بس يعني وجهها
This is
بلاط.
just typical of UC bureaucracy. A cover-up of this magnitude could directly lead to war. What the hell is the matter with them?
I guess it makes sense though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Ve Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited. Same mistake the UC made, ignoring all the red flags. Because the UC, they did a lot of terrible things for that man. But even knowing they did, knowing that they kept him alive all this time. You know what I feel right now? It's hope. I had no one when I was outside the UC. No Red Devils, no family. But that old world, where I was no one and my father mattered, that's gone. Thanks to what you and I have done, I have a place again. A purpose. But it's finally one I can be proud of. You and we're getting to change what the UC stands for. So I don't care if Vivictus is alive or dead. He can rot for all I care. We're the ones who are making the settled systems and the UC better. I refuse to let that man define my entire life. Not anymore. Because there's nothing we can do about past choices. What we can do is try and make the right ones now. So, let's get back to the business at hand. Now, my father just handing over the information on the research team and Kaiser out of the clear blue, I can't say I trust it. But if he has something to gain from helping us prevent Terramorph attacks, I'm not seeing it. So while you'll absolutely want to be cautious, what would you think about trying to bring back Kaiser?
طيب
I think it's the
نروح
right
نجيب
call. But
آخر
if
واحد
Kaiser
من
has been out wandering on
الطاقم
his
اللي هو
own for all
الروبوت.
this time, you're gonna need a
أعتقد إنه
couple
آخر
hands.
واحد. إن شاء الله إنه يكون آخر واحد. والله ما فيني حاجة أفرفر. اليوم مكسل مرة.
I know it's here somewhere. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine? Oh my god, are you talking about Nira? No wonder no one's found him. Xenoweapons are just the tip of the iceberg in that place. The environment's devastated. There's little, if any, real law. Nira's got more than enough ways to make any visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any. Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the Terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates. The Colony War saw a lot of hard fighting, but Nira got it the worst. Everything the Freestar Collective and UC could muster, ground troops, xenoweapons, mechs, was hurled into the fray. Both sides hoped something would decisively turn the tide, but it never did. When the war finally ended, swaths of that world were so devastated they were effectively abandoned. So what Kaiser's doing there of all places, I can only guess at. And I'll make sure we're ready to put him to use as soon as you've got him.
طيب حنروح لكوكب نيرا، كوكب اللي بدأوا فيه اختبارات الزينو وارفير الفضائيين. يفترض انه يكون كوكب دمار، قتل وموت الى اخره.
Lifting off.
Landing struts primed. Retros firing.
This is the result of humankind laying waste to a planet in the name of war. The ecosystem here has been totally destroyed.
يفترض ان الكوكب هذا يقول لك يعني كان في نباتات وما نباتات ومدري وشو، كلها تم تدميرها خلال الحرب، المشاكل اللي صارت وكذا، الاختبارات اللي سووها هنا كمان. طيب كيف ندخل هنا ان شاء الله؟ ضيعت الباب انا ولا إيه؟ شكلي ضيعت الباب.
Whatever, you're in my life.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor. So formal. The pleasure's all mine, my good man. Angelo Alonso, at your service. You can call me Jill. Can I get you started on a tab, then? Or you here to try and make your fortune in the fields? I'm happy to take your credits however you want to hike them over. Lots of money to be made on mech scrap if you know where to look. And I just happen to sell a guide that'll show you the best spots to get started. Couple of words of warning, though. As you may have put together, Nera's more dangerous than a cellophane airlock. And it's not just the environment that'll kill you. UC brought Xeno weapons here during the Colony War, and more than a few decided to put down roots. Sirens are the ones you really need to watch out for. You've also got the unauthorized scrappers, Ecliptic being the worst of the bunch. Kill you for looking at them wrong. Luckily, we sell a wide array of problem solvers in various colors and calibers. Any Nera scrapping expedition starts by checking my stock. It's kind of an inside joke. Other than the fact that we're the only place out here, the mechs we harvest, they're primarily from a group known as the 1st Cavalry. Their unit was deployed to break the deadlock on this world during the Colony War. Almost succeeded too, but as you can probably guess, it didn't ultimately work. Left us plenty of scrap to build with though, so we thought it'd be funny to dedicate this place to the folks that made it possible. All legal, I swear.
نشوف ايش يبيع. قال لك عنده اسلحه. فين الاسلحه؟ كذاب يا كذوب، اني كذوب، ربي اني كذوب. ذا alien ليكا pale ale بس.
Kaiser? No bot around here with that tag. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab?
اسمه كابتن ايها.
We've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren, his white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him. That's where I recognize that insignia. Red Devils. Yeah, Ahab's definitely your bot. So, sounds like you've got two options. Wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him, maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here, so if you want to find
ماخذين
him a
الاسم
whole
من
lot
قصة
faster,
موبي ديك
I'll tell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location.
عن قبطان
Going
سفينة
rate's a little steep, but I'm willing to negotiate.
أيام صيد الحيتان. بدأ وسوس إنه يبغى يصيد حوت معين. ألين جننوا الحوت هذا، هو ما قادر يصيده. قصة مرة مشهورة في الأدب الأمريكي أو الأدب الغربي بلا صح، الإنجليزي. فهنا يقول لك الروبوت هذا قاعد يحاول يصيد وحش هنا على الكوكب له فترة طويلة، نفس الكلام.
I'm listening. I get the feeling. I hear you. Hold on. I hope I can trust you. Okay. You made your point. I'll give you a discount.
Yeah.
Pleasure doing business with you. So, last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse, shipwreck about a quarter click down the main strip. One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your ears open. You should find your machine. Eyes open too. Sirens and ecliptic out there, and neither takes prisoners. Oh, and corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction, so now you know. Give Ahab a Kaiser our best.
يلا نروح ندور على أستاذ روبوت. يا أخي ليه مقفلين الباب ذا يا ولد؟ اخ يلا مشان ورانا 100 وشي متر. تحمس شوف الروبوت هذا، والله جلاد. يا ولد المويه خطيرة هنا يا ولد، الوضع ما يساعد. الشيء دمشتنا. ما توقعت المويه خطيرة. يا ورع خلني عشق. طيب يا اخي عشق. اسبوع. يلا 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 يلا. اوw. انك بزر يا شيخ. يا انا لله يا اخي التعشيق في اللعبه دي وربي. يعطيك ستن راح التعشيق كله عيد من البدايه. يلا 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 يلا. يا سارة أخر يا مسألة زحمة والله. والله كوكب خطير يا ولد. كنت أحسبه ما يمزحه. روح أذبح الاثنين اللي هناك. نظف المكان شوي. ولا انك ذكية قاعد تمشي في مكان الدمج. تقول لك I can't look from younger.
So many lives lost when these UC ships were destroyed. Brings back painful memories. Oh, look at the state of this ship. It's as though it's been picked apart.
Let's go.
Biological contamination eliminated. Password required. Voice controls unlocked. Attempting to resume. Attempting to error. Power level insufficient.
الكهرباء حقتي ضربت.
Required. Type microcell. Inquire at salvage yard.
اوكي نرجع نجيب له مايكرو سيل. مايكرو سيل مايكرو سيل مايكرو سيل. يلا نجيب لك مايكرو سيل من عيوني ابشر. اوه الجازك فيبر ولا وش كان سام. في سرير واحد ينام هنا يضبط نفسه لانه والله الهيلث يا ولد جالس يلعب فوق تحت. معقول ما في سرير هنا؟ اكيد في سرير. يا ولد ما في غرفة نوم شيء هنا. عندهم حمام وكل شيء الا سره. اسكتي. ما في. طار نهائي اليدوي.
What can I do for you? Ah, so that's where your machine heat leeches, wasn't it? But you could probably so wouldn't have lasted real long. So long, but finding material though spots where you but in return save us from risking our I can't give you a guarantee, but a couple, all the intact. So what do you say? Then let me just mark.
نروح نجمع الموارد عشان نسوي بطارية للروبوت. يلا ما تري وحش. أول شي تحت هناك. وي وي راح نلقط الشيء اللي فوق. اسمع القط كل شيء. ما اتدبس مع اللعبة هذه. هذا مو الشيء انا ابغى اشياء اكثر من كذا. المفروض ما تجيب الاشياء هذه كلها. انا تعبت وسويت وجيت وفعلت في نهاية الدنيا انت ما انت الشيء هذا شنو؟ تستهبل على راسي انت والله. وي شكلنا نرجع نختم فلات 3 يا ولد. يا ساتر الروبوت شو قديش حجمه. طيب المكان اللي بعد اوبا. ابلع 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 يا موحش. اشرد اشرد يا طفل اشرد. هوب تمت بخيرك يا ورع. والله يا اخي تسارك الطعم. العافية يا شيخ. شارع شارع شارع. غالبا الظن شكلها حنجي نفرم هنا لفل شوي. نحتاج ليفلات زيادة عشان نيو جيم بلس. أعداء هنا والله ليفلهم جيد يا ولد. كل كم طلقة ب اكس بي لين بكرة يا رجل. انتظر النفس يرجع. يلا يا ايها النفس عد. يلا سابع. اوكي نفس فل نرجع نكمل. هل في طريق نطلع منه ولا نمتر؟ اتوقع من هنا اسرع. الدرج. حاسس إني جالس ألعب ديث ستراندنج يا رجل. نفبرك باور سيل باور سيل. اوه تترارارارتتا. باقي مكرش، خلينا نبيع هذا كم مرض.
No better selection.
اوكي، صار معنا وزن فاضي. الآن نبدينا نكمل المهمة. إنه يكمل المهمة وبالتالي يحصل على مجموعة من النقاط ويستخدم هذه النقاط في التلفيل. يا الله وكينا شوي نلفل. طيب نرجع للأستاذ روبوت في آخر الدنيا. يلا بسم الله. القفزة الملتهبة. هوب. هذا فينه؟ في غيره يا الله. يا ساتر شوف السيخ ذا قديش حجمه يا الله. والله حرب من جد حرب. مبروك تم قتلك يا فاشل.
Battery accepted. Operational power levels restored.
شغلنا.
Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside. Weapon disarmament. High risk. So I will ask you to stand aside. Heat leeches. Energy siphon.
والله يتكلم بطيء بطيء. طيب
My damage is within acceptable threshold. Although previous attempts additional support may allowing me to lead. Excellent.
جاي نساعد في مهمته عشان نخلص.
W99.
واضح مطول.
Designation Siren. Nearest final Xeno weapon. Are you ready to proceed to the...
I'm sorry. You're chasing a real, living Xeno weapon. Weren't they all wiped out?
They will be. Unit 99 has proven a capable adversary. Follow me.
يلا حنروح ندمر الوحش رقم 99. نعم الوحش رقم 99 تسبب له مشاكل كثيرة. ما يتدمج. يلعب يركض العب يا ولد. تبا لك يا فاسكو. فين هذا من زمان يا شيخ. شي دبابة. شو الروبوتات اللي استخدموها في الحرب كيف كانوا؟
But there is a complication. Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach. Sensors suggest a mercenary company. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the out.
I'm in total agreement. A frontal assault sounds like it's in order.
سين أودة. يلا يا شباب حننظف الكليبتيك. نخش مع الروبوت. كنت بروح لحالي بس يلا. واضح ان الوضع فيه جلد يا ولد. الشغلة فيها طحن.
Search protocols triggered. Beginning the scan.
اهلا وسهلا كليبتيك، كيف حالكم؟ اشتقتوا لي؟ حتى انا ما اشتقت لكم يا وسخة. اهلا وسهلا. اوه اوكي. يا ساتر والله الشيء ما يمزح ربي. خليها زي كذا. باخذ صورة بس من عارف كيف اخذها. مشكلة بقعة الدم هذه مزعجة جاية وقت كان غلط. طالع في كل الصور يخرب بيته. ما قاعد اخذ صورة. طيب كذا ممكن. لا اللي تحت مخرب الصورة. لا الوحش ده مو باين اصلا. يا شيخ خربانة خربانة. يا خليني اعيش طيب. وخر يا سارة طلقت فيك كلها. كل هذا ولا بنا يا وجه الله. هذا احسن من اللي عندي. خوذة جديدة خوذة جديدة. تروب. ايه حل الغاز هذا اللي كان ناقصني. ياه. اوه 7-2 عيار لذيذة. جاي زيادة منه. You can never have enough. Never.
Mine, however, our work here is finished. plague of Terramorph. You are docked at one other.
يلا جبنا الروبوت، قضينا على الشيء، ما اعرف ايش الشيء بس قضينا على الزبد. نرجع نكمل المهمة في سيدانيا.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
والله الدنيا هنا زي اللهب يا رجل. اتوقع ذي اللي بلا صورة، مو اللي كنا فيها أول.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinian. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me.
راح يدلع
Walk
الروبوت.
you through what we came up with. So the problem we're up against is
ليفل 59 59 شباب 59 شباب. ايش نطور؟ slightly increase chance to recover from infections naturally. Chance to recover from injuries naturally. Chance to hit with a melee on attack points is physical and lock. ايش هذه؟ It has outside of combat. Chance to stun an NPC without an armor. Okay. No longer set off an enemy mine. Physical damage is reduced. Food and drink are 10% lock the ability to combat slide. Gain 10 resistance to airborne environmental damage. Energy damage is reduced. Extra capacity 10 kilos. And now the attacks do. Okay. أتوقع ناخذ هذا نحتاجه. ناخذ مضاد الأشياء باللاشي. الأسطورة ذي مرة كثير.
They can be anywhere, meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on, I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
طيب تقول لك صعب إن احنا نقضي على التيرامورف فلازم حل لها. حل آخر.
Remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back.
هذا الشيء.
We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process.
Hello there.
Well, using some of the same
أهلا
technologies that
وسهلا
were
أستاذ
used
جمجم.
to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asyles' hunting skills to track down the Terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the Terramorph problem definitively.
طيب الأستاذة تقول إن كاثر الوحوش اللي وراء هذه ننشرها في العوالم اللي فيها بشر بالتالي نقضي على أي على أي تيرامورف يطلع.
Well, there is another option. It'd be faster, maybe even more effective.
نشوف إذا عنده حل
But it's
ثاني.
got its own risks. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with Terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees.
طيب عنده طريقة ثانية تقول إحنا نستخدم ميكروبات في إنها تقضي عليهم. تقول أقوى، أفضل، أسرع، أحسن، لكن مشكلتها إن مخاطرها أكبر.
Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up Terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
بس ما حنخاطر بميكروبات يعني كاثر الوحوش.
With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work. Even just getting these plans off the ground is going to take time. And all routes are going to require some highly specific materials to make things work. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinium.
لازم نروح لندنيان.
It's dangerous, yes. But Kaiser, Percival, and I, we've trained for this. And the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some gung-ho jarhead who's gonna put us and the mission at risk. Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. You're the person I think can help us finish it. Exactly what
إلى لندنيان.
Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
If I can help you with anything, just say the word. Happy to listen. Oh, I love catching up with you.
إلى لندنيان.
After you, Captain.
الكوكب من هنا يخوف.
You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Let me check my logs.
يا الكوكب يخوف. قد هبطنا هنا أول بالصدفة. لكن الآن راح نهبط مرة ثانية. واو 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 من أولها كذا يا ساتر. إيش فيه إيش فيه؟ ما توقعت الهجوم العائلي هذا. طيب نعمل سيف ونرجع مرة ثانية. الشيء قلتش كالعادة. الشيء يحب يقلتش هنا. فري glitches all over. كوكب توليمان. الناس تقول لي ما أعرف أصور. أيوه نكلم يلا. كان ترى برو. يا والله قلبوه مكان أسلحة يا ساتر.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit. Commander Hatum. No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field. No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
طيب راح نتظبط. نظبط نفسنا من الدروع ونرجع. طيب وين المدرعة؟ تاج المدرعة فين راحت؟ فين المكان اللي يعطيني دروع؟ طيب يا ولد. هلو انت عندك دروع؟ رصاص ما عندك دروع لكن اوكي. هلا والله بالشباب عندهم ميكرو جن. حب الأعمى. مشوار. في شي جوا مهم. إشارة 3 نجوم دقيقة. Sentinels advanced you see anti-Xeno space suit. Alien Hunter Automedic Sentinel. يا ولد الشي ذا شي مضبوط يا ولد. هلا والله شي دلع هنا. لوت بلوشي. جيب ما اقول لا. وش ذا الشي؟ ما ادري. سكوي رديء الزبد. رديء on top of رديء on top of رديء. وي لوت. هلا والله يا ولد والله لوت يا ولد والله انه لوت. طيب تعالي يا استاذة خذي. عارف انك حتموت علي فبالتالي خذي الاشياء عشان ما تموت علي. انا ما فيني حيتعامل مع تفاهتك. خذي اسمع خذي ذي كمان. خذي هذه. طيب اكويب. هذا انا ولا هي؟ المفروض تكون هي مو انا، بس يوم قلت شو اسوي. who cares who cares. يب كذا احسن.
We should get a drink sometime.
حولناها لدبابة متحركة.
Would have jumped to be out there with you 30 years ago.
يا ولد وين الارموري؟
Someone's always watching the gate. You can come and go as needed.
هذا المخرج، ما نبغى نخرج، نبغى المدرعة. الارموري الارموري الارموري. اوه وبينو وركوبين شو. بس كمان شيء قطع الأسلحة. سعد سو سعد. يا ماما وخر يرحم امك يا. ميه أسلحة سيئة. أرد من كده مفيش. طيب ما شايف أي شيء اسمه أرموري، ولا شايف أي أحد يبيع أسلحة، ولا شايف أي شيء، فراح نعتبر إنهم كذابين. يلا أتوقع هذه هي اللي في النص. ممكن أوقف يا برو.
All set on your gear? You ready to do this? Then let's get this show on the road.
بسم الله.
Everything?
في عندي أتوقع أسلحة ما قد جربتها نطلعها. هذا يولع لهب. معقولة ما عندي شيء ضد الوحوش؟ interesting very interesting. نجرب الزابر يمكن ينفع. لا ما ينفع. عطني سبيتشلس فاير يا رجل، لهب فيهم شوي.
Green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
Alright. On our way into the city.
إلى لندن يا شباب.
Running the first sweep. Got one. A sea lease. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
بسم الله.
They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the more
موت يا رخيص. عد الحفرة اللي طلعت منها يا طفل. حرك 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 حرك.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
خلينا نفتش المكان، يمكن في شيء مفيد. قال في حاجة مدسوسة هنا الولد.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
الشيء مقفل. طيب خلينا ننزل تحت. يلا 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 يلا، تشابكوا منها، امشوا. ورانا تيرامورف نذبحهم منهم. ويدوب قال ريستورد باور. يا ولد كذاب انت ولا ايه؟ ولا ايش هرجتك؟ كذوب والله. طب كيف ندخل هنا؟ اكيد في طريق من ورا ولا شيء. ما في، خدعونا خدعوني. طيب فين الطريق دحين من جد؟ مو من تحت ولا من فوق، من وين طيب؟ يا شباب المخ يعلق دقيقة. ايوه، منطقة دي عبر الابعاد ولا ايش؟ كوكب موحش، ضياع القلوب يا رجل. يا اخي تستهبل انت على راسي ولا ايش؟ فك الدرب خلينا نمشي. ايش الطريق هناك يعني؟ ايش المطلوب؟ ما فاهم ولا ايش؟ collect the easily samples. اي samples الله يهديك، كلهم ميتين.
I'd like the chance to study that. Eat that.
ما فاهم ايش المطلوب. ضعت رسميا. حد حاب تروش يا اخوان؟ ندوش بلاش. طيب انا ما فاهم ايش قاعد يصير هنا، فخلينا نشوف المقطع السريع. طيب الناس عندها الباب ذا فتح على طول، انا ايش مرضي يفتح عندي؟ في مرات تحسسوك انك انت ما انت عارف تلعب اللعبة ولا ايش. استغفر. طيب نرجع في التسجيل شوية ورا. طب شوف شغلك يا حلو. ما ادري ايش يبغوا دوري مني، ما انا ماني فاهم. nothing. طيب اخ يا شيخ. مرات تحس نفسك والله ما تبي تضرب راسك في جدار ولا ايش. يعني قبل شوي عادي المكان ذا. انا لله.
I pride myself on knowing either that or... Vanguard, eh? Ah. No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you.
هي دقة
As
ريوس.
does the urgency of your mission. So I'll get to it.
ايوه خذ لفة حول المكان.
Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous. It's with good reason. Terramorphs are on when Major Sinon. As such, except one. Once you're on the other, do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations. Now, once you... Though I can't... I hope you all... Robot?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook it?
Should only take a few.
Percival will be skiing. No argument here. Head over to the arm.
اوكي. يلا again.
All set on your gear? All right then. Come on. Airlock's this way.
كله تمام، كله جاهز. يلا. خلاص الليلة ما قلتش ذي بس.
Geyser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
نعمل سيف احتياط عشان لو قلت شت مرة ثانية ما تقلتش مرة ثانية.
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Geyser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
يلا.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A sea lease. Not far. Old shipping yard.
سيف
Past
ثاني.
the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Shit. These things. They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph controlling them.
وين راح الحشرة دي؟ بوب بوب. مبروك انت ميت. نجرب نلوتهم كلهم، يمكن المشكلة ما لوتهم او شيء. اها بعض الالعاب تحب تستهبل. انشرد يا طفل.
It's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
يلا الحين المفروض الباب ذا يفك بشكل طبيعي. inaccessible. واو واو. واو. اخ.
Stay sharp.
Situation normal.
No contacts.
You want help? I love catching up with you. Let's do it again sometime.
طيب انا ما اعرف ايش اسوي هنا صراحة، وقفلت معي شوية شوية بس مو مرة. طيب كل الناس قاعد يشوفون في اليوتيوب ما حد عنده اي مشكلة، قتلوا على الوحوش بكل بساطة نفك الباب عندهم، بس عندي لعبة جالسة تستهبل كالعادة فيا. واو. ايش الحل؟ الله اعلم. اخ. طيب انا طفشت نجرب الخطة بقى، اذا اشتغلت ما اشتغلت. طز. خلاص يا اخي والله ادري. استخدم الكوماند. اشتغل ما اشتغل. طز. والله ما اشتغل. اوكي فكينا الباب بس، هذا المطلوب. حتى ذا يلا ها للباب اللي بعده. سهلات يا رجال. بس لو انا قادر امسكه هنا ما راضي يمسك. ايوه دور اللوك خلصنا. المفروض الباب يكون مفتوح خلاص. ذبحت الوحوش كلها، الاوبجيكتيف خلصته. بتروح تشوف في مقطع ثاني تلقاه خلص اوبجيكتيف على طول نفك الباب. بس عندي لا، كيف جرى سبايدر يخش؟ فاضي لكم اطز في الاشيفمنت.
If that was locked, there must be something they don't want us to find.
انت بيرسونيل ما نحتاجه، سيلنت ما نحتاجه، ايمو هاتوا. اوكي هات هذا الشيء، هذا الشيء، هذا الشيء. اتوقع ذا عندي ما احتاجه. تمام جاهزين. ايش هذا؟ هات هذا، اوكي يلا بسم الله. كمل اوبجيكتيف. ولا كانه صار شيء، بلا باب بلا هم. طب خيرك يا حبي، ما بيجي منك شيء. روح اشتكي. يب روح اشتكي يا الطفل. لقينا الشيء اللي نبغاه، نلقط الشيء اللي بعده. حلو. كرشت دقيقة نرمي شيء. احتجتك انا اصلا، عمري ما احتجتك. ارمي. باقي واحد فوق نروح نلقطه. شيش مخفي الولد. بس يحاول يأثر علي الورع. موت يا بزر. تجرب من أغراض ثانية. كرشنا. شكلي حتخلص من واحد من الأسلحة اللي عندي. هذا أخرته. أستاذ الفاضل اثبت مكانك، يعطيك العافية.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid Tieramorf sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
Not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
دقيقة الروبوت ده كيف يعرف المهمة دي؟
We've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
يلا كان اللي بعده.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
والله يا دكتورة لا تسألي عشان ما نتدبس احنا مع الوحوش. والله مرة مو ناقص نقدر متدبسين كفاية مع الوحوش هذه. كمان تجي تسأل أسئلة بايخة. صوت اللعبة ضعيف ولا ايش؟ شايفه تمام عندي. يو.
Look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only. What's happening?
ايوه في شيء قاعد يهجم.
Seeing this?
احا في ثواني كبر. Huh?
No, it can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means Terramorphs. Oh my god.
رفعنا الصوت عشانك.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a Terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby Terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how Terramorphs move between planets.
يخرب بيت الوحوش تتسلل.
Pretty Major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible.
طيب الوحوش اللي تسبب هلاك مدن كاملة.
It's clearly an accelerant for the Terramorph. A heat leech
طلعت عبارة عن طفيليات فقط.
Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a Terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up?
لعله كمان في أحد قاعد يحرك الوحوش هذه.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
لازم نمسك الوحيش. يلا 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 يلا. إذا مسكناه راح نعرف إيش السر. شوف وجهه القبيح يا شيخ. شوف طالع منه مدري وش اسنان مدري ايش.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
شبه واحد من العيال يا شيخ.
This rare, this fragile just shows up here. New Atlantis and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly.
لازم نعرف مين هذا اللي قاعد يسبب مشاكل.
And used it to trigger the attacks.
A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect. Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one. It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks. I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
ممكن يكون في فيكتس هو اللي سبب المشاكل هذه كلها، بس لازم نتأكد.
A plant this rare showing up unbidden on 2 different UC planets. I think it's more than just possible that human hands were involved here. But it doesn't answer any of the big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
والله شكلها في فيكتس يا ولد. أنا ما توقعت إنه أحسب الوساخة ذي كلها.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to Hell Frozen Over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport.
The entrance is this way.
طيب نحن لازم نرجع مرة ثانية للمكان، للشيء، عشان نعرف احنا فين. يلا يلا.
I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got
مو قادر يوصل للمكان أو للشيء اللي هو يبغاه. غريبة. المفروض عنده القدرة والاستطاعة إنه يوصل للمكان اللي يبغاه والشيء، بس مو قادر دحين. ليش ما أدري. ما أدري، شيء غريب.
where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office, upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
طيب استرجع طاقة للأوفيس دحين، المفروض إنه يمدينا. أوب تركت بالغلط. طيب يلا نكمل. نرجع للمكتب عشان نبدأ نطلع نفتح البوابة من المكتب. يا ساتر كمية الناس الميتة هنا. وي ايش هذا؟ كيف نفتح ذا الشيء؟ طيب ان شاء الله. اوكي.
Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
واحدة ثانية يا ساتر، الا اثنين جنب بعض. يا مو الله، يا مو الى بكرة يا رجل.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Bing bong.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Sanon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
يلا 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 اسرق. هوب.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He's...
Oh, you make it sound like a miscalculation, when in reality it was an unmitigated disaster. And look where we are now. Oh, some secret.
A calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. That sounds exactly like what my father would do. But it doesn't. It can't justify slaughter. Wait. If the plant was used to trigger the attacks, that means Victus. He might have been involved in what happened on New Atlantis. I hate to say it, but I think your instinct about him might have been right. Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
يلا. احتمالية يكون فيكتس اللي اعطانا المهمة وساعدنا كثير، هو بسبب المشاكل هذه كلها.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
وين راح الوحش؟ اطلع وبان عليك الشيش. والله لقطة حلوة بس خربتها الإشاعات. أحا دقيقة عشق. اللي جاب بيبي وحوش. دقيقة بخرهم. نفعل الاشياء هذه قبل نقضي عليه. اوكي قضينا عليه. يا شوف حجمه يخرب بيته. يا الله
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
طيب لازم نرجع بس من فين ما ادري. ابلع يا ورع. تمطحنك. هذا المطار قال لك السبيس بورت دمروه عشان يمنع الوحوش من انها تنتقل اكثر من كوكب هذا. القائد في فيكستس هو اللي امر بتفجيره. عصره عصر عصر. جالس يشرد ابلع. تحتاج نرجع بسرعة انا قاعد اتجمد يا رجل. اظن جبت العيد. يب جبت العيد. يا الله يا امجد. حسبت واحد من الاعداء طلعت يطلع واحد من الاخويا. الحين شوف فين عادنا. والله عصر عصر قاعد ياكل الروبوت بالعافية. بخرتكم مرة حبخركم مرة ثانية.
One more dish and I should be able to shut it down completely.
مكمل ضد الوحش. اوكي مات. والله اعطاني 1000 اكس بي الولد. وو هذا 1000 اكس بي ذي تكفينا اسبوع قدام. متعزق هنا وحش. في شيء معزوق هنا تقريبا، وحش او شيء فوق ذا ولا تحت ولا فين. بزر مورف موت يا شيخ. نصلح نفسنا دوات، كل شيء مكسر ومدمج مشكلة والله. يلا خففنا شوي من الدمج. كان نعمل سيف هنا مرة ثانية عشان ما اجيب العيد في نفسي بالغلط. يا سلام، حتى حوش ما في هنا. هذا اللي نكبنا يا وريع، نكبة. احرجنا كسرت يا الله.
Pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there, but it sounded like this was a success.
دقيقة يا أخي، واحد من العيال الله يعطيه العافية. يا ابني إيش ذا قاعد يرسل؟
Had everything we need to put this plan in motion. This place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
I'm sorry, what? He's pulling my leg, right? Adrian?
No, I don't believe he is.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs. But Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know. Whatever you can turn up is
طيب
more than we
حنرجع
have
نسأل
now. We'll all meet back in mass outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you
for dealing with him.
عفوا. أحلى سيف. إلى نيو أتلانتس. الليجاسي فوجد. حلو اسم مهمة. حاجة ديليشس. يلا بسم الله.
So, were you eating at the Sage Brook, or is it just a quick snap from the Terra Brew?
ما في وقت ناكل والله يا سيد سارة.
By the way, Captain, you will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
ايش قال؟ في واحد قال لي مدري ايش. By the way, Captain ما نعرف مين يحتاج مدري ايش. إلى الماست ديستريكت. هي قاعد تقابلني. لا اوكي. طيب إلى في فيكتس. تعال يا ورع. ايش هرجتك هذه بلا جلسة؟
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? Good news then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Tieramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You want to hear the words then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, But with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to
حيوان
an end by
لفك
another
خويه اللي
unlikely
مات على
hero.
اساس انه هو اللي
You.
سبب المشكلة.
There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the wells.
والله وحش مجنون.
You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I.
والله شخصية هذا خطيرة جدا.
Opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
معتوه. هو سبب الهجوم، هو سبب القتلات، هو سبب الاشياء كلها في سبيل ايش؟ في سبيل انه يحصل على ارث وطاقة وباور ومدري وش معتوه.
If I can help you with anything, lead the way.
لا معتوه لازم يعدم ذا يا رجل. هذا وصل مرحلة خطيرة من التفكير.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
يا الله ايش البلاوي اللي سواها ذا يا اخي.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
So you're telling us that the attack on New Atlantis was Vay Victus's responsibility? Just like the dooming of Londinian? Oh, that's insane. All that, just to help restore the family name. How did he ever think that was going to work?
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again. I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people. And I'm not about to let him get away with something like that. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs. And here we go.
يلا نحاول نقلع الرؤساء حقين اليو سي بأنهم يتدبروا في الليلة. سيف سيف.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use Terramorphs as weapons.
He did what? That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanan has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain?
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
عندي شعور إنه بيهرب من
Combined
زنزانة.
with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vay Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. That will be up to the cabinet. but I don't appreciate our mercy being taken. It's well past due. Now, with our
والله يا عمي
brother
يسوي فيه
unmasked,
اللي بيسوي، بيقضوا عليه
we can
خليهم
attend
يقضوا
to
عليه.
the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President. Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they have another tool to utilize against us?
طرحت انهم يشاركوا المعلومات مع باقي مع باقي الاتحادات.
That's true. With all the mistakes and the deception that's been going on, the UC has an obligation to be as open and honest as possible.
Oh, that is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the collective by sharing our state secrets?
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again.
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collective involved in the management. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic.
ايش باقي؟
The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech present. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
أهلا أستاذ جمجم.
Limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. Using it to wipe out the terror.
And fast results always.
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but only the captain.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be.
Plan their killers is the safest route. That's my vote. Terramorphs have caused enough damage. They need to be wiped out quickly with the microbe. I still had a question about this. Okay. صراحة مستخدم الإسليز.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please.
Order! Order!
Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to...
Class 1? For the 3 of them?
What he means to say is...
Oh, yeah.
You all have earned it.
والله ما أدري أعطوني كلاس 1 بس ما أعرف إيش هي الزبد.
Major Sinan.
كان في سؤال سويت سكيب بالغلط. يا رجال توني سهلت.
You are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard,
Yeah.
Vanguard and the TMD, speak to your commander. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest
عفوا.
This meeting is adjourned.
عفوا ثاني مرة أنقذ المجرة. عفوا. يعطيكم العافية. شكرا. ادوني 20,000.
Captain, I guess we've got our assignments. I could have never guessed where... But now, know that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. The best ones, certainly. You know, I was thinking, while we were there on the podium, after all, it could... But... I knew the answer before. Because confronting... Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that I'm not about to let him... Words... You know I can't do that. But I wouldn't be upset if you can. Well, I think it's safe.
يا أخي كلام كثير.
An honor, Captain.
أونر تحية ابلع خذ. اوكي. فين الدكتور شرد؟ ما لحق. طيب ايش باقي دحين؟ خلصنا. ياي.
I really appreciate you telling me the truth.
ننزل اللوبي. بلحق الشايب شرد.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
عفوا. ايش يعني Class 1؟
High honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn
it.
Only ever met a couple myself.
And
certainly never given one order. Should be real proud.
اوكي شكرا. يعطيك العافية.
Thank me. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a... And the credit should be in your
account تخفيض على أشياء.
now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Affilion Realty office. They should be able to... Higher-ups wanted to make sure you... But with all that spare,
دلعوني فلوس وغرقوني فلوس.
Here are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up Terramore. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien. Any of those missions call to you?
والله كثير مهمات هنا يا ولد.
Of course. You've earned some R&R. Once you're rested up and ready to head out there again, you come see me.
طيب. أعتقد إنه كذا خلصنا المهمة. هذه حاجة تعتبر حاجة أسطورية وجيدة يا أخي والله يا أخي عيال المنظر والله شيء ربي. دقيقة شيء بلا صورة. نسوي نقدم الفيلد فيو شوية. الله. أخيرا نروح نزور البنتو هاوس. طيب باقي لنا مهمتين كذا. باقي لنا burden of proof وباقي لنا back to the grind. burden of proof حتكون كمالة الأسطول الأحمر القراصنة وback to the grind ما أعرف إيش هي. لكن هي حنختمها كلها إن شاء الله بإذن الله في أي وقت. بس الآن أبغى أزور الشيء أو الآدمي. فين المكتب اللي اشتريت منه ذاك اليوم؟ دقيقة. كان في مكان ما هنا. speak to the لا talk with Barrett لا visit your new home لا والله ما أدري. أنا فاكر كلمته كان في مكتب قدام هناك أو شيء. نرجع له مرة ثانية نسلم عليه. فين كان يا ربي؟ فين مكتبه؟ كان مكتبه في مكان ما هنا. هنا؟ لا اتوقع يسار. انا قاعد اتم كورس. اتوقع هذا مكتبه ان شاء الله. صديق كابتن. فين كان مكتبه اللي يعطيك البيت؟
Well, if it isn't the United...
يا ساتر.
In fact, it's a premium penthouse at the top of... What do you say? Great. You're in... Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. Now that you're an owner, I'm...
يلا شكرا يعطيك العافية. باي. ايوه هذا اللي نبغى نزور البيت. يلا 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 يلا. بيت جديد بيت جديد بيت جديد. صار عندي بيتين 3 بيوت وهذا الرابع. بس نروح نهرج بيرت. شوف ايش بيرت عنده.
While we're here, perhaps we should check in with Matteo or Noel.
You're doing
والله من
constellation.
زمان ما جيت هنا. يا الله.
As much as I love, I'm... Okay, let's take a look.
نبيع له كل الأشياء الرديئة ذي اللي عندي. بعت أشياء زيادة.
Stay safe, okay? I know everyone's excited by... See you later.
طيب.
Hi.
Top 3 one-liner moments.
Yes,
Hello there.
Number 3.
Bye.
Your
Never
return
regret.
to the Crimson Fleet.
Sorry.
It's good to be on the bus.
أغلب الشباب اللي هنا ما عندهم الأشياء اللي نبغاها. فين بيريت؟ بغي. أيوه.
To the patrons of Captain.
Well, if it isn't our own ranger. I hope you're not taking the job permanently. It does limit the wardrobe choices a bit. Actions define you more than an object that you wear. Anyway, I'm just glad Ron Hope is gone. Those farmers are gone. But you prevented the next group of people from suffering. It was a hard choice that you made, but I'm proud of you, Captain. Fascinate me.
بس.
I'm here if you need me.
كل كان يبغى يطالع في وجهي يقول لي ولا شيء. يعطيك العافية.
You have, if you feel it is necessary. I am powered by wheels. Constellation as I have been programmed to. My body is logically, illogically speaking, they make good. I am looking at. I hope that was. This is a difficult. However, I have dedicated.
كثير.
You are an exceptionally. Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me. Since then, I have been reprogrammed. Constellation is I will answer you. I will see you at a...
يا نشوفك بعدين. طيب ايش باقي؟ عندك شيء تقول لي؟ ما عندك شيء انقلي.
Be careful.
طيب كنت احسب عندهم شيء مهم طلع ما عندهم شيء.
Important or not, I'm ready. Yep, here you go.
شكرا.
Take care
نص
of
نبتة.
yourself.
يعطيك العافية. دقيقة اقدر اشتري اشياء من
Can't think of a
فلاديمير.
better place to recharge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
لادي بوي where are you?
Where you
Here you go.
Check the math. Let's deal.
I have some survey data for you, Mr. Vladdy boy. قاعد اشتري انا قاعد ابيع. انا قاعد اشتري. يا الله. اوكي بعتهم.
Draw the words another time then.
طيب قال ميركوري تاور. وين ميركوري تاور ذا؟ هذا فين يودي؟ ما قد جيت من هنا. اوكي يودي الى لا مكان. ميركوري تاور. ميركوري تاور فين ميركوري تاور؟ كلوذي جيرز لا. اوريون تاورز لا. قاعد نضطر نسيب ونرجع دقيقة. منع للشبهات. برضو ما استفدنا شيء، ما استفدنا شيء. أثينا تاور لا. أرسنال لا. أهو مخريتا با. أوه. اوه اخ 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 والله الشقة. يا سلام، شوف المطب، شوف الكاونتر يا عمي، شوف الايلاند. سلم لي. هذا ايش؟ مخزن. يوه جوي واجواي يا عمي، شوف البلاط. هذا ايش؟ الله يا شو ايش من حمام يا ولد. اوف يا تبعد الاشياء دي. هذا فين يودي؟ في جناح ثاني. اوه هذا غرفة النوم. اوه طلع اليوسي مباشرة. في بلكونة ورا وبلكونة قدام. يوي والله جوي واجواء يا عيال. لا نيو اتلانتيس. بدك تشوف المكان كله تقريبا 180 درجة. واو يا هذا رائع رائع رائع. لا وعندي حمام خاص فيني هنا كمان. اوه يا ولد جوي واجواي. هنا ايش في؟ اوكي الغرفة فاضية، ممكن تكون اي شيء. هذا ايش؟ غرفة غسيل. جوي. جوي واجواي. شنو هذا قلنا؟ هذا مكتب يعني ولا ايش؟ والله جيد. شغل خيكة. لك منظر كامل على الكوكب. والله جميل يا عيال. ما في واحدة أحلى. أتوقع دي أحلى عشان في نبتة هنا. أعمل لي زوم إن شوية. لا زوم أوت شوية. حبيت. لا مكان جيد يا ولد. المكان اللي بعده. كلاس 1 سيتيزن. طيب نبغى نرجع للمكان اللي هناك. طيب الغرفة حقتي فين؟ شي قلتش نسوي سيف يطلع مرة ثانية. المشكلة دي ما لها حل. والشبي الثاني اللي عندنا فوق، حمام صغير، مطبخ عفوا. فوق عندنا غرفة مخزن تقريبا، حمام. اما دي غرفة النوم، يا ساتر. اوكي. توقعتها اكبر من كذا بشوية، لكن اوكي. ساكن فوق ايش؟ رجلي انكسرت. فوق جيكس. ايش تبيع استاذ جيك؟
You're buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to... Down here? Like... What are you? A structural... I know full well what down here. First of all, I didn't ask what...
معصب زعلان.
Don't blow smoke up my ass. Yeah.
والله ذا الولد مرة قافلة معاه، خلاص ما عاد ابغى شيء. باد كاستمر سيرفيس، نجمة واحدة على ستار ماب. طيب ايش باقي عندنا اشياء كذا سامجة نسويها؟ apply for assistant to the director job, find the slate مدري وشو، get the chunks special sauce in paradiso. مو خلصنا هذه؟ عشان عندنا scare the tourists، هذا ما اعرف شلون اسويها. by the run. اوكي. طيب كاكتيفيتيز باقي لنا speak to Percival, talk to Sergeant يومي, speak with Bill Starasp, tell me you want to run the red mile again. يا الله. 50 كابا, talk to sergeant, talk to sergeant, talk to sergeant. كل شيء sergeant sergeant sergeant. الله يسرجنك يا شيخ. طيب خلينا نروح نشوف ستار ساب ايش يبغى.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. Always a pleasure.
طيب نكمل. ايش تبغى الساغة موغن؟ نعم، ايش تبغي؟
Sorry to pull you aside like this. Taking those steps.
عفوا.
Yes, exactly. I only wish that the United Colony. Apparently, minimal risk. The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, well, I'm disappointed that you did. Unfortunately,
انقلعي.
locking away.
شوف لك اقرب زبالة حطي راسك فيها يا بنت الذين. وانا خاطب البشرية على شيء غير مجرد عليك على شكلك. انقلعي انت والعلم حقك والاستكشاف والفشل، ما جبتينا الا خرا. اسكتي قال لك مدري بلا في شكلك طعم متحرك ما منك فايدة. اقعد ورجع مكانك بس. اسمعي ما عاد باك تجي معي. انقلعي، انا افضل لحالي. انقلعي يلا. شو بيجان فساد. اوه عرفت المهمة ذي حق التورست. سرية يا شيخ، فاضي لك انا. نشوف بيرسيفال ايش عنده. سيدونيا يلا بسم الله.
But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions?
Howdy.
فين الدرج حقك يا شيخ؟ ايش المدخل ذا؟ وانت ليش فوق الطاولة يا ابني؟ انزل.
Look who it is. Who knows? I joined UC. Worked on all kinds. Way I saw it. Initially, it was a lot. But when the wars, there was a team. Oh yeah. You can imagine we were supposed to be, but the major knew. Why? What we did bad. Never said I didn't. Whole point. We thought. But at least now. You heard right. These Terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. So, they want us patrolling, which means we need someone to try. We're trying to build it, but since the deal.
يبوني راح اتدبر العوش.
Glad to hear it. There is just one. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take hate. You'll have to convince her, of course. I expect she wouldn't mind. Now, let's get you the details.
Ooh.
Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know, you shouldn't need to kill these critters to harm them. Okay? Hello.
نقدر ناخذها ككومبانيون اخيرا، بس لازم نقنعها.
Hey, you need something?
ما توقعت ان احنا نفكها ككومبانيون.
Okay, I'm listening. Backup? What is that? Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way. I mean, I do too.
مصدومة.
Yeah. I saw myself at the TMD for if you really need backup out there. Yeah. Thank you for the offer.
يا شيخ ولا صارت قروشنا. فريق قروش نجي شو كان اسمه؟ يلا.
I'll head out soon. See you, Cap. Look who it is. I'll watch your six.
راح نقضي على 1 مور تيرامورف يا رجل. ليش؟ عشان والله موضوع بلاش. يلا وي. هوبا. بخره يا واد. 100 اكس بي هذه يقول لي هتذبحهم؟ خليها في جيبك. ما كان ذا منحني. موت يا ريال. هوب هوب هوب. شيء مصفح يخرب بايته. مساقن هذا اقوى سلاح عندي. قاعد ادمجهم حتى.
Trust me, you don't want to be breathing that air. We'd be better off in our suits.
Ah, you must be the one with the samples then. I'll get these logged ASAP. If you're interested in collecting more, you can speak to Dr. Walker. Oh, and your pay? Here you are. Thank you, Captain.
3000 كل ده تعب عشان 3000. لا ما يستاهل. طيب يا اخوة يا احباب، اعتقد انه كذا وصلنا نهاية البث. الصورة دي احسن من اول. تمنيت لنا تخرج برا الفريم بنت الذين. يلا مو مشكلة. وصلنا نهاية البث. شكرا على المتابعة. شكرا على الناس اللي علقت تعليقات طيبة. الله يعطيكم العافية، ونراكم في الحلقة القادمة. باقي لنا مهمتين ان شاء الله نخلص التختيمة الأولى. إلى اللقاء ومع السلامة.